Hey again. Again, please ignore the music in the background. I have no control over it, and it's infuriating. Atlanta has one alternative radio station, and they use alternative very liberally because they play shit like this. It's fucking awful. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about my 5 industrial KTM style phase pieces that I have. I considered bringing the NC1s into this, but after that it's a slippery slope, and soon I'm talking about PMKs. So, I'm going to focus specifically on the ones that are definitely direct KTM copies. And I say copies because it's been established that none of these are actual KTMs, and that, in fact, we maybe know 1 or 2 actual surviving military KTMs, with the rest of them being copies made by MSA. Or other companies, although mine are all MSA as far as I know. So let's get on with it. First one here that you're probably looking at is this Wallace & Tiernan chlorine mask. Wallace & Tiernan was a relatively small company that made chlorine control apparatuses, which it's a good question. I don't actually know what they do exactly, but it does say Burrell. And Burrell was a real person that MSA basically made into a trademark. And you have the nice kit. You have your filter chlorine. Okay, this song's alright. I don't know. I mean, it's about a guy getting... No, it's not. I was thinking Mr. Brightside. This song's alright. Old, though. So anyway, here's the LaFrance one. LaFrance bought a lot of these from MSA. Yeah, not a lot to say about it. It's got their standard nice AMC color scheme filter. It's got D-rings on it. We found out from documents that the D-rings being there or not is not really a big thing. It's just some of them had D-rings, some of them didn't. You could order them either way from MSA. So not a lot to talk about there, really. Over here, we have a Leco filter for the industrial KTMs. You can see these filters are kind of rare, but whatever. You have your chin tight, which is used for tear gas. We found photos where they actually used Acron Tazaz, but they put these lenses on them, and we're very interested in finding one of those. But yeah, if I took this off, which I'm not going to because I already have both hands operational for stuff, you can kind of see there's threading there. They literally took one of these other angle tubes like this one, took the hose off, and basically ran a thread dye down it, which is pretty efficient. Got your filter. You can see this is an older filter and mask pouch. Filter goes over here, mask goes over here. Sits on the user's stomach. I reviewed this in a video earlier, and these things, it's really awful. And there's a good reason why we don't use them anymore. Over here we have our Pulmasan one. This was also manufactured by MSA. We can tell generally from the filter name code specifically, but it's basically a given at this point. This one is actually from gasmasklexicon.com. And we've noticed some what I'm trying to say. We know it is. I've had multiple people review it and they agree. It's interesting. This one does not use a stockinette covered hose. However, we found that some of the later industrial ones were just like this. So, as they figured out how to make better rubber, but they still had older face pieces, they were cycling them out. And then later, you saw that we got the... when I say they, I'm referring to MSA here. MSA later switched over to the Burrell Yablick type, which got rid of the stockinette, didn't have the flapper valve down here, but had the Yablick valve right here. And when they did that, they also switched over to stockinette-less face pieces. However, the rebreather version of that face piece, since it's for a rebreather, does not have the exhale, so it literally looks like a KTM-style face piece without stockinette. But that is essentially the rebreather version of the Burrell Yablick type. And then finally over here, I get to an interesting one. There's at least 2 of these. I know that I have one, and the GasMaskKing.com has one. This is made for York. You can actually see it says Mine Safety Appliances here, so it's pretty easy to figure out who made it. This is a refrigeration mask for ammonia, as you can see. The neat thing about it is that instead of a standard connection, for some reason, they felt the need to make a, how would you call those? They say canister union. I guess we'll go with that. This is a canister union, and it pops on like that, and that flips down. The only other place that I've seen this is over here, not to get too off topic, but y'all need to see it, is on my Yablet KT, which is also made for ammonia. It has cupramite, which was specifically found to be very effective against ammonia, and so you can see it has that same device. However, this is a completely different company. So yeah. Anyway, that's basically it for this one. Not as much to talk about. Just kind of, I guess, documenting that I have 5 KTMs. So yeah. Thanks for watching.